Okay, before you say anything, yes, I know. I spent like what 3, 4 videos bashing on Deer Days and everything. I will admit that you are free to completely judge me for this. I completely get it and I completely understand. But I bought the game one because I could find a way to do so for a cheaper price. You know, you can look at the other videos instead. And two, I wanted to buy it for a project that I came to the conclusion I want to do. So this is where we are. So I said, hey, you know, at least if I have the game, I can at least make some content on it, right? So yeah, we're here, and welcome to the first Deer Days video. And you know, I decided, hey, what better way to kind of do the first, I guess, gameplay showcase? Because these aren't really like big deck profiles, mostly because like I have not completed the deck, nor are they in their most optimized state, because this is like launch Deer Days level like gameplay deck list, whatever you want to call it. This is basically like a different meta than what the metas that these decks were actually like in, right? There's not a complete release. Some things have been moved up, some things haven't. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But here we are, we're going to talk about this specifically, and this is going to be our first profile. Now, I was doing some option stuff, and that's a whole thing, but what we're really here for is to do a deck profile, and then do a gameplay with Ava. You know, hey, I was the one who did it first, okay? I'm the one who, I was the one who tried first to save this crazy chick when she was originally like released, okay? Just cause Chris and Zeph continuously continuously say, yeah, this is my girl, that don't mean that they were the ones first. They weren't with me shooting in the gym back when we were scoring barely like 5 points a game. Okay? Now that we scoring 20 points in a rebound, now everybody wants to come. Okay, I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. But, you know, here we are. We're here to do, like, a Ava deck profile for Vanguard Deer Days. I'm about to say Vanguard 0. Anyway, I play that game more. But for Vanguard 0. And, primarily, it's kind of awkward. And I'll say so in a second. But let's kind of look at the actual list. Bam. So, yeah, this is kind of an awkward list here, right? Here's why. Because in set 6, Ava was a deck that, when on release in set 5, wasn't very good. I think it was probably one of the 2 worst glitter decks, easily in the top 5 worst decks in the format. And that was for a couple of reasons. For one, it only had one order, which was this Grade 2 order, meaning that the deck's like big push turn was at turn 4, which is very slow in normal Vanguard standards, but especially in modern Vanguard. So having Experiment successful as the only order was a big issue. And secondly, and this is the problem that I'm going to talk about in a second, is this deck doesn't really have a bunch of beaters. One of the biggest problems with the deck is just like, you really only have one real rear guard, and that is Obfuscate. He is pretty much your biggest beater in the entire deck, and that's primarily because he's like 23 by himself. If you call him from a skill, he gets a crit if you have 3 more orders in the order zone, and he's basically your shield. He is everything the deck needs. If the deck can't like cycle him or do whatever, the deck's kind of like in a bad state. So that's pretty much one of the big reasons. Those are 2 big reasons. If he's gone, it's all over. Now, why in set 6 and now it's considered like a big expensive deck is because you know, the obvious, you know, promos that help out the deck and everything. And this is resulted in it henceforth, and has 2 skills. Pretty much all Obfuscades can't be retired by card effects, and you have 4 more orders. You know, 4 more recharges in your order zone. You can put into soul, counter 1, and add an Obfuscate from your drop to your hand. And it's a grade 1. So it fixes almost everything of Ava's problems. except for the obviously the beat stick problem, which that's what Tech 6 actually kind of fixed, which Combined Rusher. So with Combined Rusher and this grade 1, the deck became a just a very bad deck to probably like a solid tier 2, borderline tier 1 deck by itself. And I think, you know, when this video goes up, I believe we will actually no. I don't think we're getting that. I was gonna say, when this video goes up, which will be on Tuesday, you know, so you'll see this. We will be 2 days away from getting the new Obscadade, which, depending on what that does, could actually be really helpful in the main game, you know, etc., etc. But that's not here and there. So I'm 5 minutes in. We really need to kind of get going. So let's talk about the list and go from there. So starting off, we go with our main grade 3, Fountain of Knowledge Ava. Act, counterblast 1, once per turn. Look at top cards in your deck up to the number of research cards in your order zone. Choose up to 1 from among them, put it in your hand, put the rest of the bottom deck, and gets plus 5k to end turn. Very good skill, especially now that the grade 1 order is in their days, making the deck much faster, meaning turn 3, you look top 3, you get any card, and then put the rest in the bottom deck, so you're stacking your deck, you're getting a card, you can plus 5k, she's 18k, crazy. And second skill is Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, search your deck or a hand for Obscadade, call to rear, you know, when he attacks, and if you search deck, shuffle. So 4 attacks, then decks out, easy, straight up. Like this card by itself was actually pretty nice. It was just the other pieces weren't there, so that's already a good thing. Now we move on to Obscadade, Knight of Blackness Obscadade. Straight up, when you have 3 more set orders, he gets plus 10k. If you have a set order at all, it gets plus 5k. Again, the grade 1 order helps immensely. That's the biggest point of it. Has the glitter skills of when it's placed on weird by a card ability, including the grade 3 order that's in the currently live game. He gets, if you have 3 more researches, he gets a crit. Then he has, because he gets Rear Guard Circle and Guardian Circle, he gets Intercept and Shield plus 10k. He's your big shield value that you can also just recycle thanks to the grade 1 order. Again, crazy. So he is your beater, he is your shield, he is everything Ava needs to like even be viable, pretty much. So, you know, like I said, because Combined Rusher, which is a very important card in a regular TCG, is not in here, we have to kind of make do what we got. So our next card is Phanta Ray Dragon. I'm running 3 of him. He has 1 skill, and it's Act, Soul Blast 1, draw a card, choose a card from hand, discard it. And if your own zone is set order, this gets plus 5k in a turn. It's a cycle, gets plus 5k. That's pretty much all he's here for. He's not really here for anything else. He's just a good 15k beater that cycles through. To continue with the grade 2s before we get to the order, we go to Tectean. Tectean is a card that got kicked out the deck once the new order and Combined Rusher came through, because Tectean was the original discard fodder. Now that Combined Rusher is basically that new discard fodder and a beat stick, someone had to take the cut. It was Tectean. Even though I still think Tectean is fine for non-Combined Rusher decks. When he's discarded, you look at the top 5, choose a set order from one of them, reveal it, put your hand, and shuffle your deck. Pretty much there to just kind of mitigate the discard. Still pretty nice. And if you just need to fill the card, hey, you got it right here. I'm running 3 of him because I don't want to run more. He's not really that necessary, especially since you can just... Yeah, I feel like you're most of the time going to have your 3 orders at least before then. So that's one thing. So let's go back to Experience Successful, our original research order. Once put in the order zone, draw a card, choose a card from hand, discard it. If you have 3 more research cards, Soul Blast 1, choose one of your opponent's regards and bind it. So it's the only card currently in Standard that can bind cards. Which, you know, because of that, there's very limited ways, if at all, to actually get out bound cards. So that's actually a pretty strong removal effect for current Standard. So that's one thing. So next, we'll go into our right deck grade 2. Smooth Research Progress Eva. When it's placed when running from the grade 1 Ava, search deck for research card, reel add to your hand, shuffle your deck. Bam. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess we'll just finish up grade 1. Does the same thing basically, like search for a research, call it. So, and obviously the starter does the starter things. So again, I'm running 3 experiments successful. For the grade 1s, we got our obvious PGs. We got Violet Dragon. Pretty much, it's your Sentinel. 3 Sentinels here, and then obviously the one of Elementary Sanctitude for anti-garbage strict. You can only have one, so it makes sense there. For grade 1s, I am currently running 3 Bubble Mine. I really didn't know what else to really put here. I think Bubble Mine's still a really good card regardless. So having Bubble Mine there is just really nice. Putting the Soul booster that puts in a Soul to counter one. So that's still really good for any reorder based deck, which every one of them is. Currently 1 Obliging Monster second L. Really, I think you can kind of cut second L, but he is there just for more recycling power, I guess you could say. If you've run out of like orders or something, you can just use him to just play him and recover all your stuff. If you need an obfuscating deck, you can do that. If you're like in a position where like you can't really get rid of your research orders, he's pretty much there. He's the one up there. And last for the grade 1s is this for the variable star. It gets plus 2k for each of your set orders in your underzone. So by grade 3, it'll be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13k booster, 13k attacker. It can attack the Vanguard by itself. It's a nice card. 2 is pretty fine. I gotta say, I really do not like how Dear Days is set up. Of all the everything is just so janky. It's kind of bad. For triggers, lineup is 1 over trigger. We're running a 2-2 split on the heals. So 2 vanilla and 2 Lady Healer Queen World, which is the restander heal. The anti-restander heal. I think you're gonna see more anti-restander heals than like the additional crit ones. So I think it's fine. Run 2-2. It's fine. I'm running 3 of the 20k front shields, pretty much because it's a bunch of shield. Why not? And you're calling in before you do your drive check, so you're not really gonna lose value of the fronts. Also, 4 of the patrol robos. Put in his soul. He boosts a pretty soul. Get plus 2k. This deck does still use a pretty good chunk of soul, at least in this variation. So having these is pretty nice. And lastly, the 4 draw triggers, because it's 10k shield. That's it. Alright, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing else to say. Let's actually go into the fight. And just know I've not actually played online, so this will be the first time I actually go online. We're gonna use Haru for our everything. So we're gonna do a ranked fight and see where it goes. Yeah, this is actually the first time I've actually used ranked fight, because I've been completely just been doing like Yuki's story and going through everything and looking through all the other stuff that's around. Again, for the project, which I'll tell you later. But here we are. We will go. We lose, so we go second. Hand is interesting. I think I will send. I don't really think I need second mail or successful, so stuff goes. Okay, that's actually a pretty nice discard. Oh, we're going against the Blanket Chain, huh? Right, Ava, I'm going to discard Tectian. I'm going to use Tectian first. Alright, Tectian, so we get these experience successful. Then we'll use Ava's skill to search for the grade 1 water. And then we'll use the grade 0 to draw a card. So that's, yeah, that's one of the best things about Tektian is just going first. That's just an easy like +2. So it's like really like cool. I think that's all we got, so we're just gonna end the main phase, go to battle, and just swing. And we hit a crit, okay. Okay, they lose the so going by this, I'm assuming this is Flagbird, because this makes the most sense. So I don't think I've seen anyone use the flag. It might just be like I have not paid attention to any Flagbird decks at all, but it's very interesting to see someone actually use the Flagbird right chain. I mean the Alchemagic right chain instead. So that just might be just me not paying attention. I actually will guard. I will guard this, and then if I get something, I'll just take the rear guard. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's cool. Yeah, we'll just take this one. I'm trying to think of what I want to discard for next turn. Or I just hit an over trigger and I don't take any damage. And I get an RPG, so I don't want to take that. So go in our ride 1. I don't want to get rid of Fanta. I don't think I'm just going to stack my draw. Then we go searching for grade 1 again. Add to the hand. Play the grade 1 so I don't forget. And then I will call Fancy Ray. And I think that's it. We go with that. Attack Vanguard. They will take this. Alright, so take a hand. If they defensive, I'll go push for 4. If they don't... Okay, so I hit a heal. Alright. That's cool. So I think I'll just attack the rear. Yeah, I'll just attack the rear, make sure that doesn't stay. Nope, they're gonna let it go. That is two of these out the way. So now here comes Flagbird. Yeah, I think maybe it's a crunchy day. What would I discard? I guess I would discard Fanta Red. I'm just thinking about what I'm doing here. Okay, so... Did they how many conversations did they have? They just had 2 in their hand like that? Okay. Right. What? Oh, it's greater than greater. Never regard attacks me. 15k. I'll take that. I don't think I'm in like any major danger. Oh, there's some sun to ride. Fortunate. This track's slapping. What's going on? What do we do it for? 4 is choose 2 and retire. Okay. So I'll actually just get rid of Fanta right here. I think intercepting Fanta Ray is just probably the better idea. And this is the card that says, you know, 5th battle. Okay. I will guard that. I don't want to take too much damage to the Aqua Force, so I'm not letting that happen. And they can just take this. They can take the draw and that. I'll just take the attack. Ooh. Okay, the draw might be a problem. Alright, cool. I draw and kill. And my SP off-speed. That's cool. Alright. Alright, Drew. Alright, so we're gonna sack. I think I'll get rid of... I'll get rid of this. And then I will... Well, actually, I will play the grade. I'll play the grade 2 now. Draw. So discard it. And then get rid of the attacker. Cool. I will add Santaria. Call Fanta Ray. What do I want to do? I'm only down. I'm down to 1 cell. And my hand is actually kind of like half decent. I think I'll just go. Vanguard. Ah, PG. Dropping to PG this early? That's interesting. It's 1 damage. That's very like, huh. Oh, there's the 3rd front. Okay, let's go. I guess because they want to take Obfuscate, which fair enough. Obfuscate is gonna be like 33, so it makes sense that you would want to like actually like, you know, not take that. They will guard. How bad do I just not want to give them damage? Right? Like, I probably should actually... Would passing turn actually be better here? Nah. I was thinking about it, but I was like, nah, let's just actually do it. They'll probably take it here and have actual stuff to play with, so that's fine. Obfuscate can't be retired anyway, and no Persona Ride. Or at least less like for Persona Ride. Less Persona Ride and less in the pulse. I will take that. Alright. we still had a person right in hand, so that's almost. Oh, so haven't have I even been captured the entire time? Or have I just been mumbling? Oh boy. That's fine. Let's see what they want to do here. Let me raise my mic up. That'd be one help. Oh, just well, that tells me something about the hand, huh? Wait, what? You okay there, dude? I'm just gonna take it. You realize you don't have to hit the. Okay. He just really just wasted the one counter blast he had. That's cool. Yeah. They'll just reuse the counter blast next turn anyway. Oh, next one was the heal. No required to ride, so wait. Set order. Actually, wait. Let's use. Ooh, there's actually some pretty good cards there. I will actually grab you. Then fall here. Then activate this. Cover that. Yeah, that seems. And this is not running as well as I thought. Hey, their hand must be like really bad or something, because I don't know how you just don't drop. Oh my goodness. Yeah, their hand must be really bad. Don't have anything. Alright. They will just swing. Back that. Boss today here. And Oscadade will activate. Wow, this game is crusty. I have no idea what's going on here. PG again. Like, okay. The first PG was okay, but I don't know if the second was necessary like that. I don't know what you're doing. Alright, hit a draw. I'll give it to. Yeah, I'll give it to this. That's a good booster. Got Persona Ride. Yeah. Next turn seems like an actual closing. They will guard with the over. Okay. They will hit guard with the over trigger, and I'm assuming we'll just take this Oscadade. which would make the most logical sense. But that really means their hand was just booty cheeks. Wow. Unfortunate. Alright. Crit, then draw. Alright. And they hit 2 heals early and their over trigger's gone, so that means like they're in a big issue if they don't draw something fire. Play this one, choose Vanguard, retires it. Raise it. Okay. Okay. Oh no! Oh, I feel so bad. They really tried. They actually tried to like pop something, but I just choose Obscadade and just they don't get nothing. So this has to be 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3, right? Because otherwise he loses. I mean, he's pretty much gonna lose either way, but still like the alternative is just like straight up and clapped. Alright. I'll take this. It's just cool. Alright, lost it. That's cool, that's fine. They will attack Obscadade. That is okay. I mean, might as well. As long as I keep one on the board, I'm perfectly fine with whatever. Yeah, and this is where I say no. Yeah, no. Alright, they have a grade 3 and a woo. Oh, that's game. I think that's actually game. 2 non-shield cards in hand. That's it. I'm not doing that. That's rude. And with that, we will call here. Actually gives a really important card. Now we will deck thin. I'll take Teki. I think I have one Obscadade left in deck, so this one. And which is attack for 28. And that's game. Okay. Well, that's yeah. Thank you very much. Yep. Yep. I mean, not bad for first game in ranked. Yeah, that should pretty like the I mean, aside from the weird running. I think this should be a pretty like good showcase of Ava and like kind of like what the deck's ability to do is even without combined rusher. I mean, with combined rusher, I think the deck is like a whole like leaps and bounds ahead, but you know, it still fights so long as that order is still around, right? You know, so that's pretty much it for this video. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you'd like to see more content, either from Dear Days or anything TCG related, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.